banning landlords from checking criminal backgrounds of tenants. Banning landlords from checking whether or not you have a criminal background before renting you their apartment. New York City is engaged in legislation to stop any landlord from checking whether or not you have a criminal background and preventing and using that as a reason to not rent you the apartment as crime rates continue to skyrocket in New York City. Embattled Democrat Mayor Eric Adams has thrown his likely support behind legislation banning landlords from performing criminal background checks on their potential tenants. New York City Council's Committee on Civil Rights next week will consider the bill, known as the Fair Chance for Housing Act, which will put criminals, once again, Democrats are so good at language, the Fair Chance for Housing Act, which will, how about the fair chance for the guy that they ripped off or killed, right? Which will put criminals on the same plane as law-abiding citizens in their housing search. So you're law-abiding, you go fill out your application, then you got this other dude who's a complete and utter criminal, may even have been a murderer, and he might be on the same footing as you to actually get what? He might actually get the right to rent the place before you. It's incredible. So at least 30 New York City Council members have announced their support for the bill, ensuring its passage in the 51-member chamber, and the mayor intends to help craft and implement the act once it becomes law. Oh, wait a minute. We have to read his quote. Quote, "No one should be denied housing because they were once engaged with the criminal justice system, plain and simple," a spokesperson for the mayor's office said in a statement sent to Fox Business. "We will work closely with our partners in the city council to ensure this bill has been intended and has a maximum impact as intended." So let's get this straight. Shoplifting is at an all-time high in the United States. And stores, retail stores, and department stores like Walmart, pharmacies like Walgreens, businesses of all shapes and sizes are shutting down. And as those businesses shut down, the criminals continue to steal without any consequence whatsoever. And now there's no consequence. What is the teaching moment? I ask you, podcast listeners, what is the teaching moment for a criminal if they can go rent a place? You know what the teaching moment should be? You don't get to live anywhere until you abide by the law, until you make restitution to the people that you ripped off, or to the people that you killed, or to the person that you killed. And this is where liberals make things even worse. They're trying to create a consequence-free environment, which basically undermines law and order. It undermines the civil society. Why do you think people come to the United States to begin with? Because we have the rule of law. Our law works. It's not working anymore in the blue cities like New York City. Because now you could be in an apartment building, the one place, home where you think you're safe, and you could have living next to you in the apartment building, because of Eric Adams, the mayor of New York City, a murderer. I don't want to live in an apartment building with a murderer in the building. I am assuming that the actual owner of the building is doing a great job to make sure I don't have those people inside of my building, let alone people who are criminals who are ripping places off left and right, because what do you think they're going to do when I leave my apartment? They're going to break into my apartment and they're going to clean it out. So banning landlords from running criminal background checks, once again, the liberals are doing everything they can to destroy the major cities in the United States. And in this case, it's in New York City. And that is the dumbest bill in America. And that's it for Mark and the Millennials. Thank you for joining Mark and the Millennials. This is Mark Fisher. Thank you to our producer, Christopher Hopkins. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Twitter 2.0, YouTube, Facebook, Getter, True Social, Rumble, and our website. See you next time.